Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Karsh the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and today we are doing our Rusty Daggers campaign. This is the episode 20. Yes, the big 2-0. We made it finally, and it's taken pretty much all year to get here. We've also renamed the campaign. We have been calling it just the Prince of the Apocalypse, which is the campaign it's based off, sure, but I think the characters and the cast have made it their own, and so we're just rebranding it a little bit to the Rusty Daggers role-playing show, because let's just face it, I think we are kind of unique in the game. Have I frozen? Oh, yep, that... Oh, there we go again. There we go again. We'll be back shortly. There we go. So this happened a couple of days ago. I think my upload's just a little bit too much, but just bear with us. It'll be going in and out throughout the show, but it's too late to actually reset things because we're already running late. A quick shout out to Syrinscape for our music and for our sound and for our audio and stuff like that. Absolutely love you guys. If you want to do online or face-to-face role-playing, you can even run it off a tablet. Syrinscape audio for RPGs is amazing, from sci-fi to fantasy, even things like Call of Cthulhu and horror and modern day stuff. We're going to go to our cast because we have a surprise. Ta-da! Not the surprise isn't that everyone's not here, which is kind of normal for the game. Sky is on his way. He's currently reading a book. And we have a new cast member. We have a new cast member down the bottom there. Unfortunately, Ninjavo, who plays Ward, he's got some stuff going on. He has to step back for a few months, so it may be permanent, may not be. But in the meantime, we have a new cast member. We have Leah down the bottom there. There we go. And we'll do our normal introductions. So we'll start with everyone else, so we don't want to put Leah out there, because although it's fun, but we won't. So Peach, would you like to do your introduction?
I would. It's been a long time. I'm Peach. I play So, the human rogue. I'm very excited to get back in with my new favorite character, who is, I forget his name, but he's the bard in town. Yeah, that's the guy. I'm excited.
Driscoll Eben, yes.
I'm here. Yeah, and I'm going to steal from somebody today. So will it be? It's a surprise. I'm actually going to do some roguing.
Oh my god, wow.
Oh no.
Oh no. Cameli?
Sorry, who?
Cameli, that'll be you.
Me. I'm Cameli. I play Robot. Ralph the Beard. I have a cold, so I'll be muted most of the time. Enjoy the show.
Yeah. And Robol's going to be a lot more stroppy than normal. So you may not even notice, actually.
I'll be silently sulking.
So you may not notice, I don't know. Kadan, I always just read the overlays. Will.
Yes. My father was Kadan. I am Will. So yes, I am Kadan. I play. Wait, what? No, I'm Will. I'm Kadan, the human grave cleric.
Healing.
Always mixing. I'm just the more that personality disorder is coming in. I hope you have a good time. Hope you enjoy us watching, and welcome to our new member.
And Lee, would you like to do an introduction of yourself and a little bit of your character?
I'm Leah. Hi. This is my not my second time streaming, but my first time with video. I was a part of another stream that was just audio for a month or two, but real life happens and I had to quit. And then now I'm here with you guys. I am currently living in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. There is a possibility I'm going to go to the States next year. We're going to see that when that happens. My character is Thervain, the wood elf druid. And I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you guys, and I hope you like him.
Okay, fantastic. So one of the things we have in this game, which is not normal for most games, and that is, at least not normal for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, and that is the rule which everyone hated right at the very start. Actually, there was two right at the start. One was rolled character stats. So all your ability scores had to be rolled. That got a lot of grumbles until they found out till everyone found out that, well, there was a reroll 1, so no one got, well, there was one under 9, or so under 10. And all the stats were amazing, like absolutely amazing. The other one is rolling hit points every level. This is how we have a barbarian, a warlock with only now 16 health after all this time, and there was a lot of 1s and 2s. So what we're going to do is we're going to be rolling our health because we're leveling up to level 4.
Oh, yes.
And so who wants to go first? Who wants to suffer?
I will
I'll
go
have
first.
to roll 4 times, right?
Yes, you will have to roll 4 times.
Oh,
Then
no.
I'll do that and break the ice and get all the bad luck out of the way for you guys. So let's do this. Oh my gosh.
Soak up all the good luck.
I'm going to press the button. Wish me luck.
Here we go. 5. That's actually
Okay,
pretty good.
not bad.
Good.
Not bad.
So it's a 6.
Let me
With your,
let me add
con.
it. Let me add it. So, yeah, I have 1 con. You know.
I can add it. There we go.
Now we need more information.
Okay,
work
now
that way.
there we go again. Let me actually change it to my name because I don't like my panda there. There we go.
There we go.
Wow. I'm telling
Nice.
you, you're taking all the good luck.
Nice.
So already with two levels, you're just below our tank. Just below
Let's see. Okay.
5. Yep.
It's average.
20.
So you're above. So
Oh boy.
Yeah!
Oh, so
Jesus, you
You
took all the
take-
good luck.
good.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, guys.
so 27.
Seven.
That's higher than Kadan, but Kadan hasn't rolled yet. It's higher than Robold. Robold hasn't rolled yet. It's not as high as Kip, and Kip hasn't rolled yet. But yeah, Peach, how do you feel?
I don't feel great, but I'm gonna roll because I only have.
You're supposed to say,
No.
I'm feeling lucky, and then you roll.
I never feel lucky when I roll.
Man, this I have to say, I'm not a lucky roller. This is really unique, so I'm blaming you guys. You guys are giving me good luck.
All right, let's see. I'm at 22 health points. Yeah.
Hey, golf
I'm
clap.
in the- Woo! Double digits.
And Kadan, our tank, that's had all the hit points and all the luck early on.
So I got 2 crit successes in my first 2
I
levels.
know.
I have 1 crit fail. If I get 2 crit fails, then we've made the real average here.
Then we're average. Then you have taken the average.
Oh, that was so close.
That's all right.
Oh,
It was
so
really close. I know. It just rolled over, but
Yep.
it seems good.
That's good.
You may notice that a lot of people have Constitution in this game, just because of this one thing.
All right, 32.
But do I still have exhaustion?
No, you don't. No.
Okay.
All right. Kathy.
All right.
Let's see. Robold will roll.
11.
Oh.
Yay!
That's not bad.
Oh, you're taking the sorcerer points.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Yep. So rolling a 6 and getting 11 for our dwarven sorcerer. Wow.
But wait, now I have to do math.
Yeah.
What's
11.
26 plus 11? 37?
37.
37.
Thank you.
So we now have so now into the 20s with 22.
Aw.
Kip hasn't rolled, so when Sky comes in, we'll get that organised. 37 on Robold, and that's 2 levels of Sorcerer, so that is such a tank. Kadan, why is it not coming up?
I have
32.
Yep.
And our new Druid with 27. So that's actually pretty damn good with
Yeah.
with forced rolling.
27.
I'm really impressed with that. That's really good. So that's
Yeah.
that's where we find ourselves. Awesome. Now we'll do a quick recap. The players dealt with the Manticore. They've gone back, collected their items, I think there was fighting over what was going. Like, who was going to be holding the little. They've got a small little wooden box which holds the token.
Robold
which
is holding it. Robold is holding it.
Okay, so Robold's holding it, and so the token is a 24-hour magical griffin. With saddlebags, everything, it'll last only 24 hours. After that, it disappears, and it's a once-off item. And that was what you get for killing both of the manticores. You're back in town. As you came back to town, it's really strange. It was dead. It was quiet. There was no one on the streets. Even the smithy, which has always been permanently hammering away, was closed. You found leaflets on the streets and posted on poles and buildings, and the leaflets were for Driscoll, the magnificent bard. You followed your way to the sound of everything, and found that he had converted the quarry, or one of the two quarries, into a theatre or an amphitheatre. And you were charged pretty much what the people wanted, or what the people thought you could pay to enter and to watch the performance. The performance was pretty good. Went through lots of different spectrums, a lot of egotistical stuff about his life, with him being the star, of course. There was music, there was theatre, there was acrobatics, there was some sideshow and things like that, and a little bit of magic. Actually, a lot of actual real magic, but what we would see is magic tricks as well. Like knife throwing and stuff like that. You then got brought back to the Swinging Sword Inn, and you've realised that, well, all your level of the Swinging Sword Inn has been where Driscoll's been staying. He's essentially kicked all of your stuff out, and all of your stuff is in the bottom levels, and you've got your own rooms. And when you went and spoke to Driscoll, he's essentially taken over your quarters. He's redecorated your quarters as if he's been living there for years. Richly appointed and richly decorated, and he was welcoming. He's annoying. He's probably the easiest way of putting it. But he also mentioned that there's a mission that's been offered for the Silver Daggers in Waterdeep. They've picked it up, and they've said, well, we've got people in that area. We'll see what we can do about getting them to investigate. And the issue is that there's a delegation that was coming from Mirabar. Mirabar is a dwarven settlement to the north, and they were supposed to be coming down to Waterdeep to speak to some trades and to some of the lords of Waterdeep, and they've not turned up. They're 2 weeks late, and they were coming through this area. They were coming through the hills, or coming through, down the I can't remember what the name is. The Great Road that runs straight through Red Lark. So I explained the situation, that essentially you'll be rewarded quite handsomely if you do investigate and find this delegation. And yeah, that's how that went. He also then mentioned, we've got presents. So as he drew you out of the tavern, he was talking to you about something about being outvoted, and he suggested something got outvoted, and he stole money from another one of the members of the Silver Daggers who was drunk at the time, who he doesn't know anything about money anyway. So Driscoll, he's the financer and looks after the person's money, and he pretty much gave you all horses, which you've now got horses which are all perfectly white, perfectly groomed, and they're all there with saddles. The saddlebags are black with silver edging around, like all the saddlery and leathers and whatnot. All perfect, pristine, brand new. So you also have horses which you also get to name. And he essentially will entertain for the night if you like. If you wouldn't like, then that's okay. He also mentioned that. This is a really long recap. Wow. He also mentioned that there's that the lords have asked for a representative to also join you, and someone that's worked with the Silver Daggers on and off over time when they need someone that understands the wilds better than some of the members, because we're mainly a city group. There'll be someone accompanying you on this if needed, and though they're not staying at the inn, they're staying at they're outside the inn in one of the crops of trees. Apparently doesn't like civilization, but you'll meet them in the morning. So what would you like to do for the night? It's late-ish. Driscoll's offering drinks and also offered food or things as well, if you'd like. Or would you like to go to bed, start afresh? What would you like? Where would you like to start?
I think I'm going to be spending my night buttering up Driscoll in hopes that he will give us journey cash. I'm just going up to him. I'm just going up to Driscoll while he's having all his fun and all his parties and stuff. I'm going to be by his side, pouring wine into his glass most of the night, trying to, butter him up a little bit, make him friendly, make him have a good time, and also to, that sweet money, if possible, of course.
Okay, so your technique of trying to get money out of someone is acting like his servant.
No, not a servant, but a very good friend, at least. Just kind of talking my way into his good books.
Okay. Anyone else trying a different technique?
I am completely ignoring this dude, and I'm just going to, talk with Ward over in the corner, trying to get used to the taste of alcohol. Sip, sip, ugh, sip, sip, ugh.
Okay. Well, the alcohol is actually the highest quality because that's who he is, and the alcohol, it's actually quite strange. It looks goldish. So it looks like it's been infused with gold flakes in the water itself. So, and if you have a look at the bottom, it's actually called Elsden Gold. But it tastes bitter and sour, like alcohol does. But I'm sure you'll get used to it. For those that do know alcohol, it's actually very high quality wine. It's just not me. It's not spirits or something harder. It's nice, refined, almost elven taste, but not elven.
No, doesn't like it.
No. So it's a bit young for wine and for drinking.
She's old enough to drink wine. She just can't. She just never had it before. She doesn't enjoy it. It wasn't on her priority list.
No, and the last time you got drunk in this tavern, you ended up in someone else's bed.
I did.
Yes.
I'm platonically in somebody's bed.
Yes, of course. Yes, trying to push them out. Because they'll say, sure, it's your bed, that's sure. Anyone else wanted to do something, any other... I'm not resolving Ward's... So not resolving Kadan's influence yet. Until I know what everyone else is doing.
Could I try and take the little... What's it? Wyvern amulet? Griffin amulet, there we go.
Yep. The griffin,
And tie it into my beard. To really just piss off, so that's all I want to do at this stage.
You can hide it underneath, and you can tie it in underneath, yes. It's not very not very big.
And not too tightly, just sort of in the full view of so.
Yep. There was a mention of... there was mention also before we left last week of looking at things and appraising things as well. And I did mention that a bard would really be able to appraise things such as a big chunky gold ring or the griffin amulet, the griffin figurine, which you went no, but Driscoll is there to appraise if you would like. But I wasn't going to force anything because I knew So had the big chunky gold ring.
Fine.
You're not going to let him see it?
I'm not even looking in the suits. I'm not even near this. We're on different planets right now. He is so not in So's optical view. She just isn't giving him the time of day.
Well, I'll
give the what the amulet was tucked in, that little bauble boxy thing.
Yep.
I'll give that to Godard to let him appraise it.
Oh, perfect. Seems good. Seems good. Perfectly fine with that.
Okay, so he'll praise. Oh, this is very pretty. It's actually quite well decorated, and he'll have a look. And if you're looking for an appraisal, he'll accept. And he'll like, he asked for one of his men to go and get some of his things, and they bring out a box which has like fine lenses and things like that. And he goes through it very like he would appraising jewelry and things like that, but it's a wooden box. It's almost onyx wood box, and he says, well, in a good market, you may be able to get to maybe 150 gold from it, maybe even 200 in Waterdeep for the right person. Nobles kind of like this type of thing, but it does look like it's actually meant for a specific item, which is not here. If you had the item with it, then certainly you get far more. But the inside is certainly carved for that specific item. But maybe 200 if you're lucky in Waterdeep. Most likely 150. Gold, that is. Dragons. If you'd like, I could probably give you 100 gold for it now and see what I can get for in Waterdeep. But is that what you're looking for? I mean, I am going back there at some point soon. Now that my business here is done.
This is for the griffin, right? Correct? The little token? Or is this... What is this for? Sorry.
Yeah. It's
Muted.
So, it's...
Sorry, the box that the amulet came in.
The box.
It's not an amulet, it's a figurine. It's like a little toy figure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna go buy that dude, and I'm gonna be carrying this, carrying my mug, which is much too big for So's hand. And she's going to trip, seemingly over nothing, spilling her drink right on the guy.
And is there a roll that's going to happen as well?
Would it be acrobatics or sleight of hand?
For the pickpocket or for the spilling?
Ooh, I can pickpocket him.
This is
I
the
thought
roll I
that's what you
was
were doing.
expecting.
I was gonna prank this dude. I just wanted to get his clothes messy. Now I want to steal from him. Yeah, I'm gonna spill it on him.
What did you do?
I'm gonna spill it on him by accident, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't see you there. And I'm gonna like use the end of my tabard, try to dry him off, and I'm gonna steal from this fool.
So acting first and then sleight of hand.
Okay, performance.
Yeah, performance.
Oh, I get advantage on performance
Yes,
if
you
I'm
do.
pretending to be a different person.
Yes, you do. And we still don't know if So is your real name or not real name or anything along them lines. So I'm just going to give you that advantage flat.
Yeah, boy.
Because I'm not going to give hints to anyone here because nobody knows who So really is.
You kidding me? 17, 18.
18 is pretty damn good. 17 on one, 18 for the second one. So you trip over and you spill the drink on him, and he's covered in wine. Oh my god! Oh, I'm so sorry if I was in your way. Oh, that's okay. And your sleight of hand, please.
Okay, please be good. Please be good. Please don't fuck me dice. Please don't fuck me dice.
It's all over now.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to roll...
That was my cat.
Yep, okay. What we're going
The
to do...
cat has better sleight of hand than you do.
Totally.
Leave me alone. This is bullying.
We're going to do an opposed check here. Well, it's not an opposed check. Well, he's doing a sleight of hand back as well.
Oh, fuck him.
Oh.
No, wait, that's worse.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
Yeah.
I was
So-
like 17.
So as you as you spill the drink over, and he's, oh, I'm so sorry for being away. Like he's actually taking that as him being in the way of you, even though he was sitting down. Because he wants to be the person in attention instead of himself. And as you reach down to put it, you feel his hand, which you didn't even know was there, put like actually something into your hand, and you didn't even know it's there. It was just like he's doing all this. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for being away. Oh, it's so silly. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's only from the Finest Tailor in Waterdeep, but I'll get changed. I'll get something new on and whatnot. And he's being apologetic, but as you walk off, you feel like you've got a small pouch in your hand that was actually he placed in your hand instead.
What's in the pouch?
In the pouch is nothing.
Oh, that asshole. Wait, is this my pouch? My pouch?
No, it's not your pouch.
Okay.
It's not your
I was
pouch,
gonna
but
fight him.
there's an empty pouch in your hand.
I was gonna fight him.
All right, no, you know what? The sleeves are going up. I'm getting this
and
dude.
he excuses himself from the room. You don't really know if they're servants or not. There were certainly thespians. They certainly were people that you've seen in the show themselves. But he treats them like servants, and they react like Kadan has been by pouring drinks for him and fetching things for him. So it's a bit really strange of if they're servants or not. But they're still in the room, and they'll wait on everyone here. He'll go to another room and get changed. But as you see, there's tapestries now in the rooms. There's wall hangings. Some of the furniture's even changed. Ward's bed isn't even in here anymore, and that thing was huge. It was a giant's bed. The whole chain, like the whole top level, has been changed. Just in like maybe less than 5 days since this person's been here. But you also did see like wagons upon wagons in the stables and whatnot. So are you going to try to pull anything when he's not there, or are you going to...
Should I try to get something from the room when he's not there?
There are others in the room.
No, I'm not gonna try anything. I'm gonna steal from somebody else. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go sulk over next to Robold. I'm like, this guy is like the worst. It's kind of cute.
He's such an overish. Seriously, don't even try and put me on the same level as that.
I wasn't.
Oh, good. I misheard you.
Okay. No, I said he was kind of cute.
Cute. Cute.
Yeah.
In what plane is that cute?
Plain?
Listen, if you were attractive, you would know attraction.
Oh.
Do you like my new beard ornament?
I think it's very cute. I think I want it though.
Yeah, no. It's mine now.
Okay.
Oh, what you gonna give it to for me to get it?
Oh, I don't have to give you anything. I'm gonna get
tradable.
it. No, I'm gonna get it. Don't worry about it. I'll get it from you.
You do know what happens if someone else touches my beard.
I'm not gonna touch the beard.
It comes alive.
Oh,
I'm just moving
really?
maps here.
How do you know I have to touch the beard to get it?
There we go.
How do you know I haven't already
I
touched
sort
your
of look
beard?
down at it. It's knotted inside. I'm like, all right,
Don't worry about it. I'm
you're
gonna
on.
get
You're on. If
All
you
right.
manage to
it.
steal,
Let's do this.
I expect a cut from anything else you steal. If
How do
you're
you know
that
I
good.
steal?
How does
Sweetie.
it work?
Wait, hold on. You get a cut if you get a cut from my stuff that I steal. If I steal that from you,
Yes, you have to prove to me that you're worthy of the title rogue.
no. I'm sweet. I'm not an idiot. I will get that, and you give me half your gold if I get it.
Okay, wait. How much gold do I have?
Probably not much. Everyone's broke.
Sure. You're on.
I'm gonna wait till we get really rich, and then I'm gonna steal it.
At least you got ambition there. At least you got
Life
ambition.
plans, man. Life plans.
Yep. So, are you going to try to do anything else throughout the night, or go into the morning, where you can actually meet a new party member? Which might be a good idea. Sorry, you've been sitting here. I know.
It's okay.
Yeah. I feel bad because you're just sitting there going, yep.
I'm listening.
Getting
Been
an
fun.
idea. Getting an idea of the party.
Doubting your life choices at this stage.
I do have to do another roll, though. I do have to do another roll. Can I get a persuasion roll from Kadan, please? Because you are trying to.
I would like to use my inspiration.
If you have it, you can use it. That's a very good call.
Yes, I never used it before, but now I have called it before, and it's going to matter this time.
Okay.
It didn't matter at all.
And I'm just going to do a intuition roll, essentially.
I'm not being untruthful. I'm just.
No, it's just
I'm
yep.
reporting the truth.
Yep. Okay, so you got a 23. It's pretty damn good for persuasion to try to get some money. And you are persuading probably the best person to give you money because he seems to be flaunting. He does, like, Driscoll at the end of the night says, look, if you're that hard up for money, I can give you some money. But I was going to give this back to the town. I'll give you the option. Would you like the takings that we've had from town? Or at least some of the takings that we've had from town? Because I do want to give some of it back, of course. We can't just take from a small village like this. But if you like, you can have some of the takings, or we can give it back. Which would you rather?
Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
I mean, I would say that, if it's the town, if you're going to return the money to the town, it's probably better spent in their pockets, I'd say. But although I would say that it would help in our journey very much if the townspeople, you know what? Let's ask the townspeople if they would allow us to take a bit of the profit at least. Ask some. Who likes being in town?
No. As the priest and the moral high ground of the group, the decision will be yours, Kadan. The decision should always be the moral high ground of the group, which is you. What would you
of course,
like?
yes.
Would you want the money?
Yeah.
Saying you've been laying hints all night, or would you rather us give the money back to the townspeople, to your flock?
Kadon has to think about it for a second. It's like, I don't know these people. I just look at is it Driscoll asking me this?
This
he
is
asking
Driscoll,
me?
yes. Well, would you
I put a hand on his shoulder. And I'd be like, as a cleric of Calibre, we focus on the death, and we focus on bringing people to life, and we focus on making sure that people stay alive and moral and happy. I would think the money would be best spent in their pockets. However, when you do go back, to the Silver Daggers, if you can ask someone to at least help us with either a subsidy of some kind, we are actually struggling, but I cannot in good conscience take the money from the townspeople's pockets. There are children to feed, there are humans to help, not take.
So,
Kind of look to this.
so he says, well, next time I steal money from Gar, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course. It doesn't matter where it comes from as long as it helps us.
He doesn't understand the concept of money. He also doesn't understand the concept of doors. So, oh well. Thankfully, he's not here.
Hey, this guy's high ranking in the Silver Daggers, right?
He's one of the, he's like he's one of the leading group. Yes.
All right, and has he been signing autographs at all since he's been in town?
He has.
Oh, I have a forgery kit. We're gonna get some money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask one of my little kid friends and try to get a good measure of the handwriting on one of their autographs.
Yep.
Get a good measure. Of it.
You can get. Can I get some persuasion rolls, please? Because you'd have to go out of here, into the bar proper to get some, to have a look at them and to ask them the audience. some of the other patrons and some of the townsfolk. So can I get 3 persuasion rolls, please?
3 persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. I have an 8 to persuasion.
You have an 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very charismatic.
Why are you not talking to
Fuck were these
people?
rolls on me?
Oh well.
Wow,
you also
how do you roll a nat 20 and nat 1 in sequence? How does that
I'm
even
just like-
work?
It's
You
more,
know the probability of that?
it's more fun when you've got advantage on a roll, disadvantage on the roll, and you roll one of each. Actually, more fun is as the GM with you to have a disadvantage on the roll. But so you got 26, you got 28, and you got 9. So how this plays out is this: you get to see them, and they're very like the townsfolk are really, really like they'll show you the signatures on the playbills and things like that. And though after you've seen a few of them, you notice a problem. They're all different.
Fuck this guy!
They are all different.
fuck
He
this guy.
signs it differently, pretty much every one of them, and you've now seen like 3 or 4, maybe even 5, and it's like, oh fuck, that guy's an asshole. And
This guy is my arch enemy. Now you can't even sell that shit on eBay. They can't turn a profit.
On eBay on Forgotten Realms.
and it looks like he's a skilled forger as well, because they don't look anything like themselves. And each person will say, yes, he signed it. I watched him sign it. He did this for me
All
in
right,
person.
well, this is So's worst enemy now. Whole tragic backstory out the fucking window. It's this guy. It's this guy.
Oh, we're gonna complete
I'm
rewrite,
gonna-
it looks like.
I'm gonna out-bard him. I'm gonna out-thief him. I'm just gonna punch the shit out of him. This is my final boss.
This is it. This is it.
This is my enemy. This is it. This is the prince of the apocalypse.
He's the big boss, is he? Okay. So you finish the night going, oh fuck. After having that plan, and yeah, he's, as I said, he's the person, and you've spent some time with him previously in your training. He either is on your good side, or he's just this. You just hate him, and he irks you
Did he
off.
have a hand in training So?
He would have had a hand on training everybody, and he's one of the public. Or says that he's the public face of the group. If you ask other people, they will say no, but he will totally say he's the public face of the group. Because he's the he spends the most money.
I wanted to roll to check something, but I can't.
What was that?
I wanted to roll to check something, but I can't. I can't do it
Oh, okay.
because it's not a family friendly roll.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. We'll pass that.
Family friendly stream, guys.
Family friendly stream. If we do Call Cthulhu,
Like-
we're going to have the 18+ on that for the restrictions, but not on the Law 20. Not on this
Family
one.
friendly, but I'm just saying we had maybe 20 or 30 F bombs already dropped in this last 20-30 minutes. But yeah,
Kids can
friendly
hear fuck.
family friendly stream. Or
So
Family friendly.
we'll move on to in the morning. In the morning, in a little copse of trees, not even that far outside of town, but just outside the buildings of the town, and we'll show you the town itself. So, because Leah hasn't actually experienced the town itself, it's a very small little town. So, I was going to say up on top of the hill over here, up on top of town. We'll go to the roll train so you can actually see. There we go. Because we've just been doing FaceTime all this time here. We'll get to that. So just up on top of the hill, above the quarry, overlooking the town, there's a few little trees here and there, and we find Leah with Thervain. What would Thervain like to do in the morning? What's Thervain's routines?
He wakes up really early. Like, sun is up, he's up. He has some rituals that he does in the morning, mostly to do with trees, and he will touch each one of them at a turn, and then he will have his breakfast, and he doesn't eat meat. So it's fruit and vegetables and all that. Right now, I think he's just eating some dried fruit, some dried nuts, that kind of thing. And after like an hour doing that, he will probably go get out of the copse of trees and start heading down the path, going towards the city.
Well, the city's not really. It's only a small town, as you can see. You do know that this area, like 2 written on the screen here, is the tavern where everyone's in. And that's essentially, Driscoll has also told you that that's where we'll be staying. And so every morning you can come down and have food there. And last night the spectacular, as Driscoll calls it, is in this quarry here. So it's, you get to see it from afar. If you don't like it, you can move elsewhere on the outskirts, and no one really bothers you. But otherwise, Driscoll essentially likes to see you at least there every morning for breakfast, to make sure you're.
So can
still
you
about.
ping it again where it is on the map?
So number 2, I can do it this
Oh,
way.
number 2. Okay, perfect. All right.
Um,
Yeah, I'll head over there then.
Yeah. So in the morning you can see the stables. They have the all the horses and all the. There's a lot of carts that Driscoll brought with him, and a lot of horses that Driscoll brought with him. They're all white horses. They look very ostentatious together, and no one was riding them. Everyone was essentially in their carts and whatnot. There's about 6 of them that he brought along in total, and you don't even know how many people came out because there was just so many actors, and they kept on changing their appearance and they changed their personas, and they were just confusing. Actors are weird. Driscoll seems to be the only person that knows what they were doing. But all the horses are in the stables, they're all being fed and they're all being brought in. And you also notice something strange, that it's always caught you as something odd, that you know that the inn has a kitchen. You've actually walked past the kitchen several times, but they never actually cook in the kitchen. They cook outside over open fire pit, with what we would now call a barbecue. And it's always struck you as strange in the few days, 3 or 4 days that you've been around, that they always cook outside instead of inside, unlike most people in a city or a town where they'd usually cook inside. But the inside of the tavern itself, it's actually fairly empty, like it has been for the most days since you've arrived. You've got a feeling that the locals haven't been around as much. You know that Driscoll's pretty much bought out the tavern, and all the rooms and everything else. He's been throwing money around like there's nothing else. Whether you like that or don't like it, that's just something about his personality that does that. But in the morning, Driscoll welcomes you into the tavern floor, and he says, "Oh, welcome. We have our guests. The Silver Daggers have finally came back. So they're finally returned. They're ready to head out. I'm sure today or tomorrow or whenever they want. It'll be at some point. It's okay. So I'd like to introduce to you our other Silver Daggers. So these are they're not the real Silver Daggers, but they're like hirelings or that type of thing. They're an offshoot, and they're working under our name. They give us a little bit of money, but we try to support them as we like. So I'd like to meet you to Thervain. This is So, our human.
I'm so. I can introduce myself. I can't remember your name at the moment. It's like on the top of my tongue. I can't remember it. Discord.
Driscoll.
Yeah.
Discord.
Yes. So as I was saying, this is So, our tiefling.
I'm So the human. I'm a member, and I like to think primary charmer of the Rusty Daggers, and I extend my hand to shake.
And I'll very gently and very gracefully shake your hand back. I think it's very good for me now that you see to describe how he looks like.
It will be.
You see, it's obvious an elf because the ears are really there and you cannot hide it. He has very long brown hair. It's long until like his mid back. The skin is like tanned with a golden tint to it. Green eyes, but they're not like natural green eyes. They're like forest green. He's dressed in rather flowing clothes. They're really elegant. There's some elven designs on the clothes. He carries a wooden shield on his back, a staff with a green gem on top, which matches actually the green gem that he has on a necklace around his neck. He's beautiful. We can say like he's an elf, and elves are known to be really pretty. He has a very delicate face, and he's really pretty. He doesn't care about that though. You won't see him flaunting that at all. And
looking
he
up
looks
at him or down?
What? Sorry.
Is he tall?
He is 6'1", 6'1".
Oh, I think he's the tallest one in the party.
Yeah.
Well, now that Ward... No, Kadan's up to 6 foot.
Oh, Khan's barely under 6
Yeah.
foot.
Well, Kadan,
Yeah.
I've always had as 6 foot, and it was written on your character sheet as just on 6 foot. Ward was 8 foot.
Yeah, Goliath, they're
Yeah.
huge.
Yes.
And then he'll look at you and say, "Well, it's very nice to meet you. What was your
It's
name
very
again? You said."
My name is So the Human Rogue. I am the German
Tiefling.
Rusty Daggers.
The human.
Human. Yeah. And what you see is a very pink. She doesn't have any iris or eye color to her. It's all blank white. Tiefling, from tail to horns.
Not been in civilization for quite a long time. You are quite a peculiar human, are you not?
Yeah, I get that a lot. And you're very hot.
I'm actually cold, but if I were hot, I would be running a fever, honey. But thank you. Isn't that what you humans say when you're sick?
Yeah. Oh my God, I love you already. Who wants to go next? Romuald, you wanna go? You wanna?
Well, I can talk, yeah. Okay, so you see coming up to you quite a handsome dwarf, as dwarves go. But the most striking feature about him is his beard. It is thick, it is luscious, it is long, it's black. It's got a very jangly, bejeweled amulet right in the middle, woven into the beards. And as you look into his eyes, you can see he's sort of lightning colored. It crackles faintly. And Robert looks up at you. Welcome. You get one warning. Do not touch the beard. And he walks off.
Well, I'll give you a warning in return. Do not touch the shield or the staff or the gem or anything in my bag.
Don't touch him.
Fair
I think
do.
we'll get along very well.
Good.
Ooh, there he goes.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
He's a big softie once you get used to him. And next is Kadaddy.
Yes, Kadan, yes.
Oh.
Hi, nice to meet you. And I go up to the Thervain, grab your hand, and just kind of shake your hand, and just kind of do a little bow. It's like, I haven't met many elves. Where do you hail from, friend?
From very far from here, we
Very
can say.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You're not from Waterdeep then.
No, although I have been stationed outside Waterdeep for quite a few years now. But not in Waterdeep. Cities, they are kind of overwhelming at times.
Ah, of course. Very, very common of elven folk to not like the city.
I have a
see.
problem with people, really, but
Of
I'm
course.
trying to get better at that.
You'll fit right in with our ugly dog.
Oh,
He's
yes.
not here to
Kip,
defend himself.
Kip's probably upstairs. He's doing something. Yes, we do have two more members. We have a large fellow. His name is
Oh,
Ward,
he's
and
my best friend.
he's one of our best members of the group, of course. Although all of us are the best, He is probably
We are
the best.
all
Nice,
we are
nice.
all
No,
the
no.
best to
Robo is
ourselves.
the best. You all
We're
are.
all we are all the best to ourselves and our mothers. That's how it goes.
Not my mother.
We
Your
haven't
mother,
met
the
yet, but-
human.
My mother is a human. Her name was my mother.
I
You
thought
look-
there was going to
you
be a
look
slip
like-
there. I really thought there was going to be a slip.
Interesting.
I
She
look
shares a
like
name
what?
with a lot of mothers.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird. Every mom is like main mom. It's such a
I
weird
know.
concept.
Well, my mom was not named Mom. Perhaps, well, maybe in my language she was. But that is unimportant right now.
Oh, you're gonna be fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Was Ward there when we woke up? Like, did we see him at all?
Ward was there. Ward was there. I'm going to essentially just have Ward walk off. This is probably the easiest way. Well, it's known in the party that Ward hears voices. It's known in the party that some of those voices are actually real. We don't know. We're still unsure if Fido is real or not, which is his dog, his wolf skin cloak. That's me breaking up again. It'll come back really shortly. So it's known in the party that the mother is most likely real. And we all got back? Yep. So that's just my stream health. I'm sorry, I can't do much about it at the moment. I've got to figure a way around it later. So I'm just going to have him essentially just do stuff for Mum for a while. It's the easiest way of dealing with things. Just like with Kip when he's not here, he's just reading his book. But yes, that's... so Driscoll says, well, now that I've finally met you, you've finally gotten in, you're together, I'm probably not going to do another show tonight. We'll have to cancel. I hate cancelling, but we'll head back to the city. If there's anything you would like, Kadan, you want to be paid more, it sounds like.
Not paid more, just a subsidy from the Daggers. I know they have helped us a lot, but right now we're struggling. The horses are helpful. They are the most helpful thing that they have done for us in a bit of time.
No,
Which isn't much.
they didn't. They didn't. It was me. Remember,
Of course,
I got
that's why I'm
outvoted.
saying.
It was me.
course.
Yeah, it was you, Thistle. Thank you so much.
That's okay, little one. We'll talk later at one stage, I'm sure. But so I'll speak to the others and I'll try to see what they think. And after all, they did not want to buy horses, and that was me. So we'll see if they will agree to a stipend, at least an ongoing payment. We thought having free room and board would be an ongoing payment in of itself. There was also, I've been talking to the owner of the tavern as well about some things coming up in the future, some renovations to the tavern itself. But if you don't want that and just want payment, we'll see.
It's not just payment. I'm just asking for a bit of assistance. I'm sorry if it's coming off a bit wrong, but I'm just asking for assistance. But
Oh no, I'm
We
sure
do
it's
appreciate
coming off. I'm sure it's coming off exactly how it is. It's okay. We all start off from somewhere. If you can find the diplomats, the windfall would be quite substantial.
of course.
Quite
Just a
substantial.
question.
Yes.
When you got the horses, did you account for me as well?
There is a horse for you if you wish it. But
Thank you.
we also understand that you do know how to transform yourself into a horse, so if you don't wish it, that's on you. If you want to just be yourself and be one with nature, you can just ride along or be ridden. That's kind of a weird thing,
Well-
but
Yes, I'd rather not.
You can turn into a horse?
Wait, what?
As one of the things, yes.
That's
It's
so
not
cool.
my
It's
fa-
almost like... Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
It's not my favorite but it is helpful sometimes.
That is so cool. That's almost like Thistle's ability to turn into an ass.
I'll just
I'm-
tilt my head and
What level is polymorph? Does Bard get polymorph?
Oh, you
They
better
do.
not.
they do.
Bard spells by level. Is it still
Oh, God.
permanent? It's been a while since I've played a Bard.
Oh,
Oh no.
no.
Yes, horses are actually very handy when you actually have to travel faster than your legs can carry you.
Oh,
But I
That
don't
sounds
do it.
really poetic. It's very poetic for something that's like common sense.
He's an elf. You know how
That's-
elves go.
That's as
It's like-
deep as a long drop.
It's like honey dripping off a string. Very poetic.
I'm so tempted to do something nasty right now, but I will leave it. We'll leave it. So can find out her transformation later.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think we spoke about something offline for a while, and I think this is a perfect explanation of how that or why that happened.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yep. Starts with a B. Remember. Yeah. So Driscoll excuses himself and says, "Well, it looks like I've got some packing to do. Well, at least I've got people to order around touring to packing. Have a good day. Thervain, if you'd like, you can stay at the inn. The top floor is usually reserved for the Silver Daggers. You can stay with them. They'll explain everything if needed. Everything is paid for. Or if you like, you can stay up in the hills. That's on you. But I think the warm fire and the lack of bugs and nature is much more inviting in the inn." And he says that specifically, the lack of nature. Because
You'll look at him and just like, you are a weird one, aren't you?
yes, he is. And says, "Well, I best be off, or is starting to be off. Have a good day. As I said, the caravans were supposed to come through here. If you, so they're supposed to come down the long road. I'd probably ask some of the caravan owners around. We've been asking a little bit. We've got some information. They haven't come down this section of the long road. They've come down. They may have gone to Belland for some reasons. I don't know why they would go that way, but at least that's what someone said. So apparently they didn't. They went to Westbridge and didn't really stay there for long, and didn't come south to Redlark. They didn't go to Amphel. For some reason, they went to Bellard. So if you're interested, you may want to go there, or you could go to Westbridge to find out why they went to Bellard. I'll let you investigate that. That's your job, and as I said, you'll be paid quite handsomely because the Waterdeep officials and some of the trades guilds in Waterdeep will pay quite handsomely because it was a trade delegation. And let's just say the Mirror has some of the best mining operations in this section of Faerun, so it should pay quite handsomely. And we won't take too much of a cut. So I'll let you do what you need to do and be off. So good day, good luck, and I'll take those things into advisement, Kadan.
Oh, of course. Thank you very much, Driscoll, once again for the horses.
So where would you like to go to? Where would you like to do?
Is
You
he
gotta
always
say-
like that?
You mean a giant asshole?
Now, so I have to say, one thing that he would be useful for is if he could help us have, funds for our trips. I would like for you to refrain from calling him an asshole to his face. He can be a dick sometimes, but it's fine. It's all right. Just Please, sir.
You mean
I
he's
love
an
it.
ostentatious
He's not a fool.
prick with a huge case of self-esteem problems? I mean,
Some-
I have no idea what you're saying, but when you say it, it's just wonderful.
well, my
Roll
dear
basic gagging
human, what I'm
noise.
saying is, when someone tries to demonstrate that they are better than they are, usually they have issues with their self-esteem.
He's talking about you, Robo? He talking about you?
Hello, sweetie.
No, I was not talking about anyone. I was talking about this weird creature. Is he always like this? Does he always bother you in that way?
All the
I
time.
can think of a few things that.
It is his very special talent.
Well, I wonder if he likes bugs.
Probably not. Probably not at all.
You didn't say he did.
He did hint that he didn't like nature, but probably wouldn't like bugs.
I will be right back. I will be right back. 10 minutes.
Please.
I'm gonna,
I'll go outside
can I
if you want to
Can I-
follow.
Yeah, I
you
want to follow.
You do know that he's a veteran adventurer.
I will ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yep.
And I want to find bugs like cockroaches, beetles, bees, anything that I can find, and I want to talk to them and tell them to buzz and bother this guy until he screams.
Okay. So where are you going to be doing this ritual? Because the ritual takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes. I will be gone for 10 minutes. I don't want to use a spell slot for this.
But are you going to like the stables or are you going to?
Yeah. Well, is there like any? I don't have to go to my copse of trees where I'm living now, but anywhere that I can find. Like I'm trying to sense if I see any bugs, to talk to them and say, "My little friends, it's time for you to work." And after 10 minutes of casting the ritual, I'm just gonna tell them to bug him.
So behind the stables will probably be the best bet because you got the horse poo and you got the smell and you got the things there, and you get a small crowd of bugs. Generally, things like speak with animals wouldn't be insects, but in this circumstance, it's mean and I like it, and it's perfectly the right situation for using it. And
Yeah,
they-
usually it's beasts and stuff, but I just like I'm gonna flavor this for roleplay.
Absolutely. You get a small, not a swarm, but you get a few. You get quite a few, and
Ooh,
you
beautiful.
describe the style of dress or the type of person that you're after because they don't really understand too much. It's very
No,
simple
I will
ideas.
point out as well to the direction
Yeah.
and send them that way.
And you think that they are going to follow that and have some fun. Because bugs always enjoy annoying people, because people get in their way. People try to shoo them out of places which are their home.
Yeah. They try to kill them. It's a
Yeah.
horrible time for them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they'll more than happily annoy one of the humans if you think that he's worth annoying.
And this one is. I'll convince them that this one is.
Roll of persuasion for bugs.
Yeah.
Persuasion for
think,
bug.
I think a persuasion will add to your effect here.
It shouldn't be animal handling, maybe.
Animal handling or persuasion will allow either one, whichever is higher, which I know which one's higher in this circumstance. Yeah. Whoa.
Woo!
Okay. So you get double that in the amount of bugs that's going to go after him. So that's what he's going to have for at least a day.
Yay. And I'll just stand back and watch if I can watch him.
Yeah.
Just
Until he starts casting himself and starts killing them. But that's at least for. Is Gust a wind a bard spell? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. No. But he's, as I said, he's a veteran adventurer. He's got some resources. And you do hear some annoyances from his direction every now and then. Horseflies are the most, like the biting ones. They have a bit more fun with him. Others are just around him. You got a couple of mosquitoes in that group as well. They joined the flock. So he's going to have a bad day. Generally speaking.
I'll just give a little grin and then come back
So-
to the inn.
I want to say was was watching because she followed him, and like during the ritual part, she was a little bored and almost considered walking away. But at this part, she is just bouncing. It's like, I like you. Can we keep you? I like you.
So what So sees is after the ritual's like, oh, I'm really bored. Then like all these flies and bugs they come up towards Thervain, and they're just sitting there right in front of. And after a little bit of weird interaction, they just all fly off. And as you see them a little bit later, that they're like this swarm that's like around Driscoll and seems to be following him wherever he goes. And that's what you from a non-druid's point of view of what happened.
Oh, you're gonna be on team so.
And then I will just have this most natural face ever, as if nothing happened. Sometimes, some people need lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes lessons can come in so many different ways.
So it's just a giant shit-eating grin.
And somewhere Ward's happy.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah. So as I explained, you've got free time. You can do what you want. You can go out to adventure. You can collect some stuff. I don't know how much money you've got. I know Kadan is broke, generally speaking.
I live in the woods. How much money can I have?
Not much. Although I will say for the Druids game in the single class challenge, we had a Druid had to roll for money, for starting money, and someone had to buy her a bow, and that's because she had no money. She started with 10 gold, I think.
Yeah, that's what I have. I don't care about money.
In the town while we're there, is the market back yet?
The market's once a 10 days, so the market's not here yet.
I wanted to get more flowers.
How long are we staying?
You can stay for as long, but you were actually asked to look into this.
Okay, so here's an option, guys. I can stay, well, if the DM says okay, either a week or two to make enough alcohol for maybe 1 or 2 Molotov cocktails, or we can leave the idea for now. Or I can just sort of put someone in charge of brewing it, and then whenever we pass through again, it'll be ready. I think that's the best idea.
That's probably the best idea. It would seem to be quite urgent for us to go find.
Yeah.
They are missing.
Delegation.
They have been missing for 2 weeks.
That is exactly why they enlisted me.
Yeah.
They thought that perhaps the woods would have an answer. That's why I'm here.
Oh, are you good at tracking?
I'm not necessarily good at tracking. I'm good at nature in general.
Ah, of course.
I can...
Handy.
And, well, depending on what we need, I can become very good at tracking.
I want to go shopping. I'm gonna go to the dude who has a messy house with some of my favorite kids.
Felivores! Felivores sundries. So
you
again...
seem like
Yep.
you seem like a dangerous person to be alone. Would you mind me accompanying you?
Oh, whatever gave you that idea?
The dagger hidden under the...
Let's just say I have some experience in life.
I'm gonna wink at him and sure, you can follow me. Kadan, Robo, do you want
Yes.
anything?
I think I should be all right.
Sundries.
Glass, bottles, and rags. Any kind will do.
Gotcha.
Oh, are you going-
Kadan?
I'm
I'm not buying you guys anything. Give me the money for it.
Well, we have the party fund if it's actually needed to buy
Yeah,
something.
use the party fund.
Give me the party fund then, Kadan, if you trust me with it.
The thing I need is I need can you buy me a cloak somewhere? Oh, I could go myself actually. That's perfectly fine. I just need a cloak.
Let's go.
Robo, were you buying vials, bottles, things like that, or were you buying more?
Yeah,
more-
used wine bottles will be fine. Any kind of glass type of bottle is
I would
perfect.
think
Any
that's-
kind of rag to stopper it in.
I
Are
would
fine.
think the inn would be able to offer us those things for
Yeah.
free, wouldn't they? If we ask them nicely, of course.
You might have to ask them nicely.
Oh,
I'm gonna
You
misuse
could-
their kitchen.
of course, of course.
You're going to
I
misuse their
will
kitchen.
go and ask.
Okay.
Robo's
I'll go
not
and ask
dead
them.
yet.
The kitchen that is never used.
That one.
Yeah.
I hope you like chicken.
No, that's
Uh,
only chicken.
I do
Oh.
not eat.
Okay,
And-
so Robel just goes down to the kitchen, sets up his brewery kit, ropes in the nearest guy that looks vaguely interested, and tells him how to make the 100% proof. Not difficult.
It actually is difficult because you're talking about like fermenting and everything is actually kind of difficult. It takes skill, and it's dangerous when you're trying to go over proof.
Yeah, just something that's flammable.
Exactly, and when you're talking about that, and as soon as you mention the flammable, it's like he just goes pale, and it's like, I don't think the mistress would like this.
Oh, she'll be fine. It's just me.
We don't use the kitchen because it burns.
Oh, it won't burn the kitchen. Not for what I have in mind.
Like, as in, we've had several fires over the last few years. That's why we're trying to rebuild. I don't
can
think
I
we can
help?
use the kitchen. Not for this.
Can I
not
help?
for-
Can I help Roboth convince him?
You were going walkies.
Damn it!
Rocky.
Can I roll to convince him?
Is it intimidation or is it
Oh,
persuasion?
no, charm. Persuasion. I'm
Oh.
friendly. I don't
You let me
sound
do it or
undefeated.
else.
Leah,
The
can you-
robot's even willing to do it just outside the kitchen. It's just somewhere to put his brew.
Leah, and can you have put
Oh.
inspiration on your sheet, please, for your introductions? Did very well.
Wait.
Leah, inspiration on your
what?
character sheet.
Oh, thank you.
Can I
Otherwise I'll
use
forget.
my first luck point?
You can.
Oh, you took lucky? Oh wow.
I did.
Are you using it for your role or for his role?
I was
For
this close to doing
my
lucky.
roll.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
So you can
that's
re-roll that one. The 5's not very good at persuasion.
Yeah, well,
Better.
then that happens. Depends
So
on his
19
roll.
is better. I'm just going to do a straight how he reacts. Yeah, he's still very apprehensive and still thinks that you may want to speak to the owner because I don't think she'll like this. I don't think she'll like it at all. I know that you get paid here and like everything's dealt with, but this is burnt down so many times. Like we've had that many problems with fire. That's why we don't use it anymore.
Don't you worry about it. I will make it 100% safe.
Okay, then you've kind of got a lucky, but he's not going to be good. I'll say that right from the get-go. There is a risk, quite a decent one, of explosion here.
That's fine.
That's fine. Just where we live.
Yeah. That's been defiled by Driscoll. At this stage, I don't care.
If it burns, you guys can all go to the woods with me. It's really nice.
Uh,
Well,
Yeah, I'm only-
Yeah,
that's
Kadan.
the point. Kadan might not forgive me if I burn down the place. So
I would
okay,
like
in
to
difference,
help.
I'll make it outside.
The smoke in his robes will never come
Yeah.
out.
Never. I will give tips from the doorway. Don't burn it too much. Don't do it.
Yeah.
So we head south.
Okay, so in difference to Kadan, I'll make the brewer's supplies outside
Yeah.
the kitchen.
One of the outbuildings. One of the
Yeah,
outbuildings.
the farther outbuilding, so it won't catch flame to anything else.
Yeah. So that's what they're So going south in town. Is everyone on the town thing? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So going south in town, we head down south along the long road, and as always, the smells hit. So first smell that hits you as you're heading south is the poultry farms. It's almost battery farms, like that smell. it just hits you, and as you're getting used to that, you then get hit by the smell of tanners. This is one of those rare towns where the tanner is actually in town. Generally speaking, tanners are not in town. Oh, that's me again.
No, I mean it's the smell of tanning.
Yeah. Yeah. So tanners are just disgusting, and they're never in towns. In any medieval town, they're always on the outskirts. In this town, they are in the town itself. And across from the tanner is this old house with furniture and things like that on the yard. On top of the veranda, it has Velivor's Sundries in an old wooden sign, and that is where we're heading. That's where So wants to head into, and inside it looks like the house of a hoarder. Everything is stacked up to the ceiling. You can only just fit through the corridors, and each room itself is just like corridors interweaving through the stacks of the collection of the sundries. What would you be looking for, So?
I'm gonna go up to Velenvor, or at least call for him if he's like Scrooge McDuck swimming through his trash.
Well, not Scrooge
Velenvor!
McDuck, but yeah.
Velenvor! Oh,
Cannot hear.
No,
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
hear.
Oh, mute? Have you been muted? Oh, nope. We cannot hear
We
you.
can't hear you.
We can try to read your lips, but I don't think that would be the best.
I don't have the observant feet. Can't do that.
Gosh, I want a feet.
Okay, sound
Why
coming back?
did you choose a feet? Oh, hey.
I went with ASI because I didn't
I'm going to have
roll.
to take a little bit of break, guys.
so
I've
well.
got no sound in my headset. I'm back! I can hear you. Sorry
There we
about that.
go.
Yay!
For some reason, my headset swapped, disconnected and just switched to my speakers, which are turned off, so I don't have sound at all. So, yes, you were saying so, Peach?
Yes. Velenvor, hey, it's me, your favorite girl. I have come to get something.
What can I do for you? As I said, we've got some new things coming in. What are you looking for?
What's the most interesting thing you have here so far?
Oh, we got some books coming recently. It looks like a volume of something. I can't really read. It's in Dwarven, but if you'd like, you can purchase those. I'm selling for about. I don't know if they're a bit expensive. I'll put it that way. And now I've lost connection. It'll be back.
Any
shortly.
instruments?
Instruments. We have some instruments, or we may have some instruments. It's been a while since we've sold them, so we don't usually have them. Is there anything in particular? Flute?
Just,
lute?
A violin is what I can play, but I'll try to learn anything. Oh, and this is our new friend. I forget his name, but he's gorgeous. I have not paid attention to a single word he said, but he is so pretty. Please look at him.
Please. Greetings. My name is Velivor. I run. Essentially, I sell and buy things which pass through town and people don't need, and other people may need it later. Welcome to the town. Are you a friend of So's?
I literally just met her. But I suppose we can work towards that.
Velenvor can tell you I'm very charming with the locals.
Yes, my staff do enjoy So's company, even if they're all aged under 10. But, yeah.
She seems quite peculiar.
Very much so, but who wants normal these days?
Well, my name is Thervain, and yes, I am a new addition to the team. I'm helping them with a few things. I think they might need it.
Well, from what I've heard, they've been doing quite well for themselves. Violins.
Doesn't have to be. I can learn to play like a little pan flute, or I can force Kip to teach me how to play a lute. I've always wanted a lyre. Those are really pretty.
A liar.
Angels have those.
Oh, that's a bit.
Like me.
Yes, you are a little angel, aren't you? Just gonna roll.
I was gonna say I was a little liar.
Does he actually have a flute anywhere? Does he actually have a flute anywhere?
He's got a bit of everything. He says, I don't have anything with me now, but I may be able to track one down. I heard that there was one in town. There may be one in the storage yard. But
if you can get me a lyre, I can get you
money.
Give me one. Well, no, I got something a bit better than money.
Well, I can't eat friendship, so it doesn't work.
I know.
That way.
No. And I'm gonna pull out the manticore rib, which at this point on the way back I have made into a very ornate little necklace.
Well, can I get a crafting roll, please?
Yeah. Which would be crafting? Dexterity.
Kind of more of like either performance style thing. I know you can, but it's like more of a survival, because it is you're working with nature, so kind of maybe a survival thing of like making it into something decorative and.
So it's survival.
Oh, yeah, I know it's not going to be a strong suit.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
it's not bad. It's doable. It's like a bone necklace. It's a big rib, but you made it a lot smaller, or
I've turned it to its side, and that way it's like one of those.
Okay.
Really pretty.
Yeah.
So you said they don't have a flute around?
No, I think I can track one down if that's what you're looking for.
And a lyre.
A flute and a lyre. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, and I can give you a very rare find that handcrafted by Rusty Dagger herself, a manticore rib.
Okay.
And you heard right. A manticore rib straight harvested from a live manticore.
Well, if you had the head, then it'd probably be worth a lot more than a rib.
Yeah, but this rib has been imbued by our cleric to help people to have a bit of bravery, more bravery than it prevents them from being scared in a situation where they would normally be scared. I'm gonna already hold. I'm rolling deception.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
Switch my name.
Yeah. Oh, he's already rolling as well. So I've already rolled for something.
It's performance and deception, right?
This is more deception.
I know. I meant for like rolls I get advantage on. It's because I got the actor feat.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yes, you are an impeccable liar. Unfortunately, in this circumstance, rolling a 10 and a 17, you needed that. You did need that. He does. He's interested, but he thinks he doesn't think he can sell it. Although he does say that that ring though might be something that's sellable.
Oh, I can't give you this ring.
You can't? Do you know what it is?
It's a ring.
It's a bit more than that.
Can you tell me?
Well, I've heard. Well, can I have a look at it? Can I? Would you? And he reaches out his hand. He takes it off and has a look at the design, and it looks like one of the rings given to the Griffin Guard in the Waterdeep. It's said that they get given rings of featherfall when they for the duty. It looks like one of their duty rings.
Neat.
I could probably sell it for you, but you wouldn't be able to sell it in Waterdeep. That's for sure. This is property of Waterdeep.
Don't worry about it. I'll keep the ring. I'll give you the manticore necklace plus 2 gold.
How about 20 gold if I can find a violin or a lute?
How about 5 gold, no necklace,
and I've got no sound again. No, I've got no zoo. Oh no,
Uh-oh.
that was me.
What happened?
There was a swap.
Karsh the Goblin is now host.
Yep, that was me usually, but everyone swapped around. But we've got sound and everything's working somehow.
That's good.
Okay. Sorry. So, how about 10 gold, 5 silver, and the necklace?
I don't think I can sell the necklace.
Are you sure it gives you 2+ bravery from you get brave? You know how some creatures have that intimidation thing right off the bat that petrifies you and freezes you in place? This single-handedly can stop that. It's like that halfling things. That thing that halflings have, the bravery?
Yeah, I think you may have it better if you have a better shot if you sell it probably in Belland. There's some nobles up there or some former adventurers that may have the money for it. I don't think I can resell it. Not here.
Well, can I at least keep the 10 gold, 5 silver price because you like me? Can I roll persuasion? I want to pay him 20
because
gold.
I like you and because you've been so nice for everybody in town. It is only 20 gold, so this is friends rates. It's okay.
Oh, fine.
And that's if I find it. I've still got to find something, track them down for you. So,
will I get a refund if you give it back?
I'm not asking for it now. See if I can find it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Find it, and then we'll talk about money.
Yeah.
Do I see anything else interesting in the piles he has?
Let's see. I've been introduced to something called the trinkets table.
Ooh.
Hey, Karsh,
Yep.
on the live thing, you switched me and Kaimal.
No, that's
Now-
that's okay. That's because it's reset. That's all.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. So the trinkets table 7-2. Okay. You see a teardrop. You see a teardrop earring sitting on one of the shelves, and it looks like the teardrop itself is not actually diamond or anything like, but actually just liquid. It looks like liquid frozen in itself.
Ooh.
But that's all you can see that stands out. And there's only one earring in that's not the set. But we're going to take a break here because it's been about an hour and a half, and it's about halfway because we're going to have a shorter session today. Kathy's Kamali, you're just not feeling well, so you'll be leaving us now. So signing out, and hopefully feeling better shortly and for next week. Although next week you may be, I think you're off. Someone's off next week, I think. But yes. So bye, Kathy. Hopefully you're feeling better, and we'll take a quick break because we've been going on, and check out the sounds of Syrinscape. Big shout out to them, and yeah, we'll be back soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.